Today we build even more airships because it's the only thing I know how to do. Good morning and welcome to MorningCraft. Grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's begin. We're back. Today we're going to build a couple more airships and put a little bit more detail into the Dawn Zephyrium. I'm going to massively overhaul this in the next episode, but for now it's all about the airships and the interior. So you can see me here placing a bunch of walls and entrances all around the fortress. Each of these platforms needs a way to get down to it. But we're also going to work on two new ships, which you can see in yellow. So we're going to be working on our cargo ship and its smaller protection vessel. You can see me here building a few improvements to the bays, and then I get to work on building a nice storage warehouse type building for all the cargo that needs to be sent. I built 2 layers of this and then connected it up with the ceiling. And then I put in a bunch of lanterns for lighting. And then I got to work on the Providence. This is our cargo ship. It's pretty slow, but it's built to have as much space inside for things to be stored as they're transported. And it's so long, in fact, that I couldn't get it out of its bay. And this thing also has absolutely no defences, which is worth noting.
Sire, we cannot help these people. Even when the Dawn Zephyrium is finished, we would not be able to project our power this far.
Still, we must try. The Oluffian Empire runs on the labour of these people. We can help them and reduce the Oluffians' might at the same time.
We should be expecting a response to Tater's and Zarbareth attack any day now. And we're going to need the swordfish both repaired and at home to defend against that. We can no longer count on Lander Stone if he's engaging Silfara.
There are only 100 people here. Let's gather them up and bring them to Mornington. It'll be a squeeze at first, but they can take refuge in the cathedral until we can house them.
To Mornington, the people of the heap will be no more. Just more Mornington folk like the bears were. We are a people.
We cannot protect you here without falling ourselves. Come with us. Perhaps you can return when we have won the war.
Haha, when you've won the war, our babes will be men and drafted into your army before that day comes.
Okay, I was trying to get it out of the bay, and I did partially set it on fire at one point. I think the rain helped stop the spread of that quite neatly. And then I was able to get it out of the bay and take it for its first ride around the Dawn Zephyrium. Honestly, driving this thing is like driving a bus. It's just, it's very long. Pretty hard to get it into that bay. But it's meant to be a slow ship anyway. So maybe somebody needs some beef. So we can take some cows out, set fire to the ship as we go, and watch the left-hand corner burn away. And look at the damage, feel disappointed, and then drive it away some more. This thing really can carry cows. It's got a little steamer on the back. This thing could carry horses for the Rallypoint, and it could do anything you want it to, really. Maybe a few hundred shulker boxes. This thing is built for carrying large amounts of things. So I came back round to the storage area and I put in some floors. These are going to be pretty important because you might want to put some chests up here, and you don't want your cows falling into the void like that one just did. Also built a entrance step, and then I turned the cows into beef. But this thing can't sail alone without any weapons because it'll be in huge danger. And so I built this, the Guardian. Now this one is super small. It's really just light and zippy. It's pretty fast as well. And this makes a great companion to the Providence. In fact, this one was so fun to just fly around the base that it gave me a few ideas about what else I can do inside the Dawn Zephyrium. So I brought it back into park, and after parking it up, it fits quite neatly against those stairs, and its nose sits underneath the Providence. I then built this sort of cool rampart framework above all the ships, and you can imagine this being used to conduct repair work on the ships themselves, or maybe you could build a new ship in the frame here. It's got loads of walkways, loads of entrances and exits, and it makes use of the runway's lights. We've also got a staircase now up to the Swordfish's docking bay, with some cool signs to tell you which way it is. And after seeing the Guardian, I decided I wanted a little ship of my own. This thing could just zip around for sort of helping me move around without the elytra. So I put down some balloons, and then I put down a furnace. Well, not a furnace, an engine. And then just a few stairs for details. I had to change it a bit. There we go. It sort of looks like a land speeder from Star Wars, but a much smaller, daintier version. And it's also got a torch on it, which wasn't intentional, but I guess it's kind of useful. And here it goes, zipping around the building, getting into all sorts of trouble with its physics. And this thing is pretty fun to just ride around. Yeah, I enjoyed this one for a bit too long, actually. But yeah, the Dawn Zephyrium is nearing completion. In the next episode, we got 2 huge ships and a bunch of changes to the building.